later, Tomona and Inu-Oh meet and recognize in each other a shared isolation. Tomona's music awakens something in Inu-Oh, and together they begin performing stories of the Heike that have been forgotten or deliberately erased. During their first major performance, Inu-Oh's body partially transforms. One of his deformities disappears. Each time they perform and restore another lost story, another part of Inu-Oh's body becomes whole.
With the plot synopsis out of the way, I want to talk about in-groups and out-groups a little bit here, because I think it's important to my thoughts about this film and you contextualizing it if you've never seen it, which odds are that you may not have, because it didn't have a super huge release in the theater in America, and even worldwide it only grossed under $1 million, which, to give you an idea, that's way behind things like One Piece Film Red or any of the Demon Slayer movies or anything like that. This release was much more akin to something like an art house release, and this was also before the mega stardom of Studio Science Saru, which really came about because of Dandadan. Dandadan is like Science Saru's big mainstream knockout of the park. Before this, they had films like The Night Short Walk On Girl or series like Tatami Galaxy, and those are much more experimental. They're still great. If you haven't seen any earlier Science Saru than Dandadan, I encourage you to not only watch this movie, but watch any of their stuff. It's all fun as hell, and it's all really fun, artsy animation. And it really is animation with capital A, not just anime in the way that you're thinking of it. If you look at this film, looks a lot different than your typical anime. But the thing I want to talk about here is in-groups and out-groups. So to do that, I want to call everybody back to a Super Bowl halftime performance. Not the one we just had, although that one was great, the Bad Bunny one, but the one from the year before, the Kendrick Lamar one. After he did that cheesesteak to the camera and said, "Say Drake," there was a moment when there were a bunch of people dancing on stage, and a bunch of famous people were mixed in there, and one of the famous people was Serena Williams.